Welcome back to the channel, people. Remember, once you click on the video, you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so before. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, man. Like the video, share the content, and I want to hear what your thoughts are. Comment in the comment section. Tell me. Alright, so this video is about one Ronaldo Cephas, Jamaica international footballer. He plays in Turkey. Now, Ronaldo Cephas, you know, we had an international window, and we played the Big Bad Americans, a high-profile game. Top team in CONCACAF, won a lot of World Cup. You know it. They are a dominant team. Whether we like them or not, they are a big, bad CONCACAF team. They have a lot of good players who play high-quality football. Top teams right across the world. It's a big team, people. They are ranked 18th in the world. A lot of people. They are amongst the top 20 best international football team in world football. The ranking is not gospel, but it's very close to being perfect. So, yeah, some here. So, even if you don't think them are 18th, them in and around that area. So, them are a big team. All right, good. So, while we were hurt that we were chasing shadows and all of that, it was a difficult game away and they are a top team. We are talking about, we have a proven coach with a great track record. Well, that was years ago. That was years ago with McLaren. They have a coach now that what he has done in terms of his track record is very recent. So you saw what he would have done with Tottenham and all of that. He got the job at PSG, so he would have coached big players as well. Could have done a little bit better than he came to Chelsea. And I thought his dismissal at Chelsea was a little bit unfortunate because in the back end of the season, he turned it around and Chelsea was playing better. And I think they're building on that from last season. So, they have a coach with real recent history of doing great things at the top club level. As opposed to our coach, where yes, he has history, but that was a long time ago. Remember the embarrassment of not qualifying for the European Championship? The last time England missed out, Steve McLaren was the coach. Those are the facts. Alright, but there's Ronaldo Cephas we come to talk about today. So, the noise are loud and loud that Ronaldo Cephas must be a starter on the team. Because he came on the pitch on these two games. And things were happening. We saw openings. Saw things looking like things could happen as well a lot more often. Right? Than prior to when he was not on the field. 2 games in a row. And that is because of his blistering pace. That is because of his blistering pace. So, I don't know if you all even play idle football, Sunday evening football, but when a man is fast, you're afraid of him, you know, people as a defender, you know. You're terrified of him, you know. Once you're exposed, you know, and he's coming, you know, there's not much you can do to stop him, you know. That is with the ball. Even without the ball now, you know, when you're in an area and there's grass behind you, and you see him, the midfielder have the ball, again you're fearful because once that ball is played over you, you know, you can't reach it before him, you know, at all, you know. So his pace, you have to be wary of it. And he allows others to. So, for example, if a team decides they're going to squeeze you, you want to play through midfield, they're going to squeeze you. And then I'm going to make the win back come inside too and help with the tackling and the tracking and the blocking you and sending you somewhere else. I help him to win the ball. And Ronaldo Cephas is out there. That wing back is going to be far more reluctant to come inside just in case. Because at different you cannot recover and catch him again. You maybe even if you're there, we struggle to keep up with him, let alone you're not there, you have to chase. No. So it does allows more space for others on the field as well. But Ronaldo Cephas is not our savior, people. He's not our savior. Because 2 things. Coming on with 10-15 minutes to go in a football game is different from starting and playing for 80 minutes or 90 minutes. You're starting, they plan for you differently at the outset. But let me tell you what I am concerned about. Well, I agree that Ronaldo Cephas should get more playing time. Because once you're making things happen, then you should get more time to see what you can do. But we're not there in training. We don't even watch his club games because I don't watch the Turkish league, so I don't watch his club games. Right? So that is one problem. So I don't want to say much because as to why the coach is not starting. But based on what I've seen, when he comes on, he could start. But the reality is that Ronaldo Cephas has played quite a number of games for us now and he hasn't scored any goals. He has not scored any goals. That's one. Two. And they started some games as well. Two. He doesn't create a lot for others. His pace creates space for him. His pace creates space for him. So things are happening. But it's not only we want things happening, we want the end product. Because if we play the same way we are playing without Ronaldo Cephas and we are getting goals and winning games like we did against Nicaragua and Honduras, then we are fine. We don't want to look like we're more busy and then the ball now going at the back of the net. But he's a wide player, isn't he? So yes, you want goals from your wide players. They're part of their job description to score goals. But the onus is not on them as much as it is on the central person to score the goals. So you say, all right, he's a wide player. But he's not a very creative wide player. He's not a very creative wide player. Expect Ronaldo Cephas to cut in, look up. Like you saw Liam Bailey trying to play a couple of passes over the two legs into Bowser. I think he played a nice little one over to Bowser. I'm not sure if the flag went up or not, but it was a nice ball dinked over the top, Bowser Ronaldo. A shot, this trickled to the goalkeeper. I can't remember if it was called offside or not, but something similar. There was the one in Jamaica where Liam Bailey cut inside as well and faked the shot and a reverse pass. The defender cut it out. He was aiming for Bowser again. So he can create. He can create from wide areas. And again, we need some more goals. We need goals from them as well. So he needs to score goals as well. He needs to get into position and score goals. He's not doing so well in terms of creating the space between himself when he comes onto that left. I don't know if it's telegraphed. They're reading it. And America is a good team, though, listeners. And viewers, America is a good team. So let's not go like that. And that is one of the reasons why they're a good team, because they understand, they do their homework. They look at the players. So I think they read what he was doing quite often when he wanted to shoot. That's for Liam Bailey. Now, Damara Agri also is a nice little creator. Does create, can play. Ronaldo Cephas is a runner. He's not going to do the stuff that I mentioned about Liam Bailey and Damara Agri a while ago. That's not his game. He's going to run at people, cut inside, shoot. Run at people, score. So, that's my concern. So, is Ronaldo Cephas our savior? No, I don't think so. His decision making in the final third is not great. I saw a play in the first game where Liam Bailey turned in midfield, spread a wonderful crossfield pass to him. He was in space and he ran behind. Sherman Nicholson made a great run to the near post. All he had to do was to just roll it in his path for an easy shot towards goal. The angle was absolutely ridiculous and Ronaldo Cephas was trying to shoot. He was trying to shoot. His head is always down, dribbling, looking to shoot. So he's not going to create for others. Throw that out. And he has never scored for Jamaica. Let me repeat, this is not a bashing of Cephas, it's just because I know Jamaicans how they are now. So the expectations are going to be great now for Ronaldo Cephas if he starts. And then after 2-3 games of him running, not passing, holding it and say, oh, I never passed the ball. He missed the shot, not scoring a goal, going to start to kill him. Temper your expectations. Ronaldo Cephas is not our savior. And maybe Ronaldo Cephas looks even better than he actually is because of the time that he's come on into the field. Tired legs. But I think I'm going to show what he can do. Give him more time, though, to prove what he can do. So I'm not knocking the suggestion that Ronaldo Cephas should start. No two ways about it. because we see a difference when he comes on. So that's not the problem. I'm not knocking the suggestion that he should start. I want you to temper though your expectations when he does, because of what I just said. Fact one, he has never scored for us. That's a fact. Opinion, and it's a logical opinion if you all saw it, your head is down in the ground most of the time. He's that sort of player. And he's not scoring. At this level, you can't be all about this. Your head down in the ground running and then trying to score when you have people making great runs. So, Ronaldo Cephas can start to see what he can do over a longer period in the 90 minutes, but temper the expectation. He's not our saviour. These, though, are merely my views, and now, as always, what say you?